stuff's a lot slipperier. Slipperier than it fucking looks. I've been sliding all over. And this is notoriously slippery. This isn't asphalt. It's fucking this weird concrete that's slicker than fuck. Can't even see downtown. She gone. Normally there'd be 100 skyscrapers right in front of us. Trying to get to the downtown reservation before it closes to get some cigarettes. Here's downtown, sort of. Seen a dude die right here when I was working night shift. A dude on a motorcycle crashed right there, went over that guardrail, which is like 100-foot drop right in front of me. It wasn't going that fast either. I saw dash cam footage of it. Going really fucking slow when it happened. You just never know. Took a blink of an eye. He was over that 100-foot wall like nothing. I saw the helmet where he landed and like half his guts shot out into the fucking helmet. True Indian fashion, they fucking put a 25 pump gas station in a parking lot built for 10 pumps. So I never like going in there, especially when they got a fucking truck. But there's an event, must be like a hockey game or something, or a big concert actually. This is too many people for a hockey game. A fucking concert. I'll fucking find a spot, I should be able to, yeah. Give me a minute. Just try and sneak in there with me. It's nothing, it's just a fucking store, you know? There's nothing. I don't want anybody to see me. I'll keep it on until I feel uncomfortable or somebody's gonna see it. Hi. Carton of Seneca medium 100s.
Medium 100. They're everybody.
No, they're mine.
They're everybody. I don't got those on my side, so that means I slide. That means I slide over there to you.
Thank you. Have a good one. Shit ass fucking downtown. My work is right next to this. I made it here in 6 fucking minutes before from my house. 6 minutes. Normally it's like 12, so 14-minute drive. Unless you catch rush hour, then it's a fucking half hour, 40 minutes. $34 for carton smokes. There's a new girl working. On the bright side. In the ghetto. Here goes the housing projects. Right next to $2,000 a month apartments. Actually, they're like loft. I don't even know what the fuck they are. I took an old business from the fucking 1800s and put a bunch of apartments in it. I'm glad I beat that traffic. When that event lets out, it's gonna be fucking shit show. Fucking hour getting out of here. That's a bad intersection. There's cops sitting over there, so they don't want to fucking be rude and just punch it through there like I would normally do. Cops in every corner because there's an event. Yep, put a 20 pump gas station in a parking lot big enough for 10 pumps. It's a recipe for disaster on its own. Add in it's in the hood. Add in that it's like a res type thing. Everybody in there is kind of fucked up. It's weird. It's just weird. I bet there's 20 arguments a day in that parking lot. It's fist fights all the time. In fact, I've seen at least four fist fights, 100 arguments. So I don't even park in the fucker unless I'm getting gas, which is rare that I get gas. So gas kind of sucks. I don't know what it is about it. A full tank of that shit goes like twice as fast as any other gas. It's hard to explain. You just know, you know. You can tell you know your vehicle. You know how long a full tank of gas will last you. Do the same old driving every fucking day for 10 years, I know. Just kidding. Yeah, just the fucking needle drops way quicker. And then you'll have hiccups too, I've noticed. All of a sudden the car will just hiccup, like it's just fucking sputtered for a split second. I'm like, what? Only with their gas that seems to happen. If it's bad enough, it'll even stall your vehicle sometimes. I think it's water, somebody pissed in the tank, drunk Indian. That's probably not even politically correct anymore, Indian. Native American. Slop all over my vehicle. Stick around and about 4 minutes from now I'll show you where I did lost control of my Corvette going like 100. Joy. Gotta tell you, those cars are fucking super well made. I think Corvette, they just kind of fiberglass. You think the thing would just explode. They are built real fucking good. I pounded the living fuck out of that thing a couple times. Hard enough where, you know, the fucking mirrors broke and shit. The fucking car held like a champ. Like a champ. Like into a concrete wall. Hard enough into a concrete wall that the mirrors broke. Not like bouncing off-road or through the median or something like that. But cracked up the fucking fiberglass is destroyed, but we got full insurance on it. I'll end up getting it fixed. Come on, man. Put you down. Okay. Careful with cops. I don't want cops see me hold my phone straight up like this. The whole car's lit up like I'm on a fucking Family Feud over here. Right about here's where it all started. I was just like, whoa, fucking 6-speed manual transmission. So fucking fun to drive. With a V8 to boot. A stick shift V8. That looks like a cop right there. I've driven stick shifts my entire life, but never V8. It's fucking incredible. They're dangerous for some people. Right about here, I was running about 160, 170. But I knew my turn was coming, so I was letting up already, which is fine. I held okay through that. I hit this turn so fucking fast. The car is weird. It's like it's on a fucking rail. Feels like it's driving a slot car. Go-kart. It's very go-kart-like. It's very, very low. So I took this turn over 100. this is the turn where it all went to hell. Should probably do it again. Slow down. I say right about here. I started fucking spinning, getting loose. She was getting loose. And I actually spun around 3 fucking times. And because of my momentum, it really didn't do that much damage. Right about here I hit my purple paint. Plum crazy purple paint still on that fucking wall. And then the second time was at this exit. I took this exit too fucking fast too and smashed up the front end a little bit. Not bad. Not bad. Not enough that you could really even hardly tell. But it was a hard ass fucking hit. Real hard. Like my fucking head hit the ceiling. Either one of them were totaled. If I wanted to, I could total it out on either one. But you go on Facebook Marketplace, dude, those cars are like, you could get one for $1,000. A decent running Corvette. They're so fucking impractical. They're kind of like money pits too. They burn up tires like crazy. It goes in gas like crazy. Parts, because they're 30 years old now. C4 Corvettes. I never liked the C3s, the 70s and 8 style, so fucking ugly. But the 90s style I liked. I love those actually. They look like little Lamborghinis, and the fucking thing is so small, you don't realize it. It's a very small little vehicle with a ton of power. But you're just wrenching through tires, man. I swear, putting on 2 tires a fucking season. 2 sets. I'm also doing a lot of burnouts and stuff. It's a stick shift. Of course you're going to do burnouts. Stick shift V8. You go ahead and tell me any dude in the world that's not going to be spinning the living fuck out of them tires. There ain't one. I had run flats that came on it, which was nice. I blew the fuckers up and didn't really even realize it. Like, the thing started shaking real bad. I'm like, what the fuck? But I was on the thruway. I couldn't stop to look. I'm like, oh man, I blew something. Something's fucked. It was a tire completely flat, but it was a run flat tire. I didn't realize it. They're expensive. I've never bought them on my own, so it came on the car when I got it. They're so goddamn expensive, I've never owned them. Goodyear run flats, like fucking $900 a tire. God, I hate winter. It's been a really cold week too. It's fucking temperature's been really low. Teens every day. Getting a headache from this heater. So I took into the Dollar General with me too when I had to buy some sugar for my coffee. I was out of fucking sugar all day. I still don't. I wonder how the fuck they can afford to sell bleach bottle of bleach for $1. It's like, how the fuck can they even bottle it for $1? I don't know. I was like, is this really $1? He's like, yep. Okay. Not as strong or something. Cut with water. It ain't no Clorox. It smells like it. It smells the same. Works, acts like it's the same shit. It's just regular bleach. It ain't the non-splash or the scented. It's just straight up bleach. Camera.
club. He's a war hero. Everybody knows who he is. So during this time, he also ends up falling in love and marrying a woman by the name of Marcel. Marcel is basically this heiress to this super rich French family. So they end up dating for a while. They end up getting married. Everything's going great. They decide they're going to start having kids. She ends up giving birth to Poland's son, who unfortunately passes away at 6 months old from pneumonia. This scars Poland for the rest of his life. Despite that, they do end up trying to have more kids, and in 1924, they're lucky enough to have a daughter, Jacqueline. Again, in 1927, they have another daughter, Lena. And for the next couple of years after that, he's living the dream. He's getting everything that he was fighting for. He's getting to have breakfast and lunch with his daughters every day before he goes off to work to run his nightclub. He has this, wife that they're fortunate enough that she gets to be a stay-at-home mom, and everything's going great. Unfortunately, when Marcel's parents pass away, they end up leaving her a fortune, at which point she gets a little bit tired of her husband who's working at this nightclub all the time. She's super rich, and she just expects him to sell the nightclub, live off of their fortune, and they can go to the opera, and just have fun for the rest of their life. But that's not who Eugene Bullard is. He wants to work for everything that he has. He wants to punch his own ticket. He wants to make his own way. He doesn't want to live off another man's fortune, so he refuses to do it. This ends up causing a rift between Bullard and Marcel, and eventually she ended up leaving Bullard and both their daughters. Bullard ends up becoming his daughter's stepdad. The mom actually passed away. I'm not sure why. I'm assuming it's because the mom wanted nothing to do with them, and he thought maybe it would be easier for the daughters to come to grips with the fact that their mom got sick and died, and not their mom just doesn't want them. Regardless, Bullard now finds himself in the very same situation that his father was in, a single dad looking out for his kid. And if that wasn't bad enough, as time goes on, we get further from World War I, closer to World War II. More and more travelers are coming to Paris. We have Americans that are coming back to the place that they had fought in World War I to visit. A lot of white men from the South that think they're going to be back exactly how they back in, I don't know, Mississippi or Georgia at the time, and they think they're going to be able to come over to Paris and fuck with anybody who happens to be black, particularly Eugene Bullard. And to be completely honest, it pretty much never works out for them. They all get their ass whooped by Eugene Bullard, and the cops show up. Like, oh, wow, now the black guy's going to get arrested because he got the audacity to hit a white man. That's not the case because the cops show up and they're like, oh, what's up, Eugene Bullard, king of Paris that everybody loves? Is this another racist asshole that tried to beat you up? There's a black, yeah, cool. This guy is like shared hundreds of times. He should represent the demographic base that people come into town. The Nazi party. He's not putting up their bullshit either. Until he does.
Dear Queen, accept these gifts as a sign of my loyalty. Or take this symbol of my love. Hey, Oinker, I have a delicious important try.
The reason he's not putting up with it is because he realizes he's the perfect spy and starts working with the French resistance. You see, his high-profile club attracts high-profile Nazi officers, and they view him as just some young black guy who definitely can't speak French and German and English, so they can just say whatever they want in front of him because he's not going to be able to understand what they're talking about. So he eavesdrops on high-profile Nazi officers all the time and reports it back to the French resistance. And he's so effective at it, they actually end up assigning him like a full-time French resistance spy. Her name is Cleopatra Carrier, or as everybody calls her, Kim. In addition to working with Kim, he also starts to get Josephine Baker, the famous woman I mentioned earlier, to start being the spy of one. Now the problem with that is him catering to Nazis kind of pisses everybody off, and he can't just go out and tell everybody like, hey, I'm actually being a spy and set him up. So he just kind of has to like let everybody think that he's being friendly with the Nazis when that's not his goal at all. So the general public's kind of pissed off at Eugene, and this all comes to a head when he's drunk gangsters at 2 p.m. asking where Bullard is. So Eugene comes up from the back, his gangster immediately shoots him with stuff. Now Bullard, having just been shot, immediately claps his down, this kid ran his blood armor. He then proceeds to blood-rush the guy, take the gun away from him, and beat him unconscious and halfway to death when they bought him with booze before collapse. So his partner can't because he's in the hospital, which one the doctor examines it, basically says the bullet ricocheted around inside your intestine before it exited on your right hip. You're looking at 98% going to die and start getting affairs in the sepsis is going to set in soon. So, George Bullard basically like, I'm good, actually. Very busy guy. I've got kids I got to take care of, employees, running a couple of businesses, being a spy. I'm too busy to die right now. Basically, just wills himself to live after the doctor told him he's going to die. Makes the full recovery. He's perfectly fine.
Bring your punk ass over here, Tom Satan. You can spit out teeth, man.
Now, the game was a member of was actually hardcore anti-Nazi, and they were working with a branch of the French resistance, but it was a different branch than what Bullard was working with. So they basically put a hit out on Bullard to have him killed because they thought he was a hardcore Nazi sympathizer. Not realizing that they were seeing the entire time the whole thing was just one big miscommunication. So the gang members apologize profusely, they pay him off and beg him not to press charges, they give him a bunch of money, to make up for all the money that he lost by not being able to operate his club the entire time, at which point Bullard was like, I mean, okay, I guess that's pretty much it. So Bullard goes right back to doing what he was doing, he's running his business, he's being a spy, everything's going fine, and one day from the French resistance, he gets word that, hey, the Germans they're kind of on to you, they don't know exactly who you are, but they do know that one of our top spies is a black dude that either runs or works in this nightclub, and he's like one of our top guys, which kind of narrows it down to you, so just be aware of that. It's not really an issue because the Germans haven't invaded France. Well, they do. As soon as that happens, now it's a humongous fucking issue. So after the Germans invade France, he basically has to board up all his businesses. It's impossible to run a business in France at this point in time. At this point, he has two options. He either has to A, cut and run to a different country, or B, at the age of 44, he has to go get a gun to fight the Germans. And this is Eugene Bullard, so he goes tracks down to 170th Infantry Regiment, his old unit, and he's going to go fight them. He gets home on the house, gives the rest of his life savings to his partner Kitty, tells Kitty to watch after his girls until he comes back, and if he dies, get his girls somewhere safe. He loads up a 50-pound backpack with wine, cigarettes, and sardines, which is basically beef jerky, and heads off to the front line to link up with the 170th at the age of 44 years old. Can you just take a minute to appreciate the fucking gangster Eugene Bullard is? Like, the Germans attack, everybody else is fleeing the country, and his immediate knee-jerk reaction is like, I need a big backpack, I need cigarettes, booze, canned meat, and money for more cigarettes. I'll find a gun along the way. I'm gonna go fight these motherfuckers again, double or nothing. At the age of 44.
Do not take out cider vinegar before you see this. Vinegar works to help you slim down in 3 special ways. One, it might help you eat less. That's thanks to something called acetic acid, which can influence certain.
So that's it. Bullard sets off. He's going to go reach on the 170th and fight the Nazis. He gets about halfway there, and then suddenly all the people are heading the other direction. And a bunch of wounded soldiers. The 170th has been completely wiped out. So Bullard's like, okay, I'm going to turn around too. I'll head back to Paris, check on my kids. I'll fight over a different one. I'll go join them. So he gets back to Paris. Germans already have control of it, and he's under complete lockdown. He can't even get in there to check on his kids. Now, there's still lots of resistance, so he starts asking around, finds out that there's a big unit right outside of Lyon, so he heads that way. He ends up linking up with some of the soldiers there. At which point, he's like, okay, I'm just going to join you guys. They're like, yeah, you're kind of old. We need to go talk to the major in charge. So they send him that way. He goes to the major, walks in, sure enough, it's a guy that he fought with at the gun. This major immediately recognizes Bullard as the complete badass he was from World War I. He immediately promotes him to sergeant and gives him control of a machine gun squad. He then sends him out to the smaller village outside of Lyon so that they can defend it. On their way there, they get ambushed by the Germans and they get hit with German 88 artillery fire. And he ends up killing 11 men, wounding 16, including Bullard. One of the shells lands about 10 feet from him. It launched him 30 feet through the air and smacked him on the side of the building, shattering one of the vertebrae and then breaking multiple ribs, messing up his entire side, and obviously giving him a humongous concussion. He's brought out by one of the medics. He comes to a hospital, at which point they're like, dude, we're going to get overrun by Nazis in a minute. You're a black American that's fought against them in World War I and World War II. If they catch you, they're going to kill you on the spot. You need to get out. So he grabs his stuff and just limping his way to Biarritz, where the American embassy is, so he can get past him, hopefully get sent over to America, where he's going to be safe. He walks up to the night, gets about halfway there, and then in the morning, there's this field, and out in this field, there's a soldier sitting against a tree with a bicycle, so he walks out, and it's a French soldier, so he's like, hey, I have breakfast with you, and I ain't for that, I'll just sit here for a bit. So he's like, yeah, sure, and he's like, you have any food or water, anything you're starving, I'll trade you my bike, whatever. So he ends up trading a couple of cans of sardines for his bike, takes a nap, grabs his bike, rides it over to Biarritz, gets to the American embassy, okay. The embassy lets him cut to the front of the line because he's in a military uniform that's still bloody, and he's clearly wounded. He explains everything that's going on, and he's like, I don't have a passport. I left when I was 12. I ran away. I stole some fucking shit in Scotland. I just made my way to France. So the American embassy's like, shit, okay. You drag him back, you get all the information. Where were you born? What's your birthday? There was somebody there that was actually from Columbus, Georgia. He's kind of quizzing him on the area, making sure that he's not not lying, and he knows absolutely everything about Columbus, Georgia, passes the test. Okay, this guy's legit, so they fill out the paperwork for him to be able to get the passport. The problem is, you can't actually get the passport there. You just get the paperwork okay, and you get the passport there. You have to go to a different town, 175 miles away, to get your picture taken and have the right person sign off on your passport. Now this one, like Charlotte, maybe hook a guy up and fucking make it work. No, absolutely not. This is the government. We have to stick to our bureaucratic nonsense. Eugene Bullard hops back on his bike and takes 2.5 days to pedal his ass 175 miles away. He finally gets there 2.5 days later. They're closed because everybody's out of lunch. Typical government nonsense. So it makes it happen. They show back up for lunch, gets his passport, does the paperwork, gets his picture taken. The whole thing takes like 3 hours. Comes back outside. He's going to pedal his ass back 175 miles. Somebody stole his fucking money. So now he walks 175 miles back on his game. He actually steals somebody else's bike and rides that back. Okay, look, I'm here for it. There's only one thief in the army. Everybody else is just trying to get their shit back. That's the rules. So another 2-day bike ride makes it back to BR Reds. He gets from there to see they immediately put him on his way back to America. He gets to go through Spain, went through Portugal. The entire trip takes like 2.5 weeks. He wants up to the first city. He starts doing actually possibly think of desperately trying to figure out if his daughters are okay, and if they are, how he's going to get them back to America. And this goes on for months, just desperately trying to figure out how to get in contact with his daughters and potentially get them back to America. And then he actually manages to get in contact with one of his old buddies, a guy that hung out at his club all the time, the ex-ambassador to France on behalf of America, Mr. Bullock, and he still wants the United States State Department. So he gets there, ends up having a meeting, explains the situation. Mr. Bullock makes one phone call, and the next day, Bullock finds out that his daughters are okay, and are now in American custody and protection, and they're going to be sent back to America and be protected. Now, the United States government is going to front the money, but Bullard is going to have to pay them back, has no idea how he's going to be able to do it. Veterans groups find out, they raise money, they pay off the entire thing. Bullard is living with his daughters, Jacqueline and Leland. They're not living in a 750 square foot apartment in Harlem, while Bullard goes back to being a longshoreman and doing anything he can to make money and raise his daughters. A couple months go by, everything kind of stabilizes, they're getting used to their new environment, everything's starting to look good. So naturally, Bullard, being Bullard, goes to the recruiting office of every branch of the United States military, volunteering for service because he wants to go back and keep fighting the Nazis. They politely decline. So Bullard just keeps working, keeps raising his daughters. This goes on for years and years, and eventually his daughters grow up, they get married, they move off and do their own thing. He is now just in this apartment by himself. Afterwards, he came in and tried to reestablish his rights of ownership to his gym, his nightclub. Unfortunately, nothing ever came of it. He was at least able to get France to recognize his military service, so France was now paying him military pension for being a veteran. So Bullard's just kind of working, doing his thing, and the 1950s roll around, and one of his little buddies hits him up, a guy by the name of Louis Armstrong, one of the most famous jazz musicians of all time, was like, hey, I'm in New York, I need a backup drummer, my guy's sick, you want to come out, I gotta do some recordings. So Gene Bullard is actually on recordings with Louis Armstrong being his drummer in like multiple songs. He's literally like the Black Force. Like he's done so much random, incredible shit, it doesn't even make sense. Now by this time, Gene's getting up there in age, he's really starting to feel all of his old war injuries. He can't keep being a longshoreman any longer. He needs to get a job that's a little bit easier on the body. So he ends up getting a job as an elevator operator at Rockefeller Center. The craziest part about this is nobody has any idea who Bullard is in America. They've never really talked about him. He's never really been in the press. He's like a legend over in France, but he's just a humble elevator operator in New York City. And in 1954, the humble elevator operator is requested upon by the French government to fly over to France and to light the eternal flame at the tomb of the unknown French soldier, which he does. And then he just goes right back to operating the elevator in obscurity. And then, in 1959, he is called upon by France again, and he is awarded the Médaille Militaire, which is the French equivalent of the Medal of Honor, and he is also made a Knight of France. Those honor that he already has comprise the 3 highest honors that the government of France can bestow on anyone, and he's got all of them. Now, the entire time he's been an elevator operator, he's always like wearing a couple of medals or two. Nobody really says much about it. They don't recognize what they are. They're French medals. Why would anybody know that? And then he comes back and he's got, the Legion of Honor, the medal that made him a knight, and he wears that work. And there's this guy, his name some notes. At which point, everybody's like, do you want to get interviewed? Like today? Like right now? And Bullard's like, I'm working and I have to find somebody to cover my shift. And he's like, I'll make a phone call. Trust me, you're fine. Just come on, you're going to get interviewed on live TV right now. So we go on live TV for 15 minutes. The operator's uniform. The whole thing goes viral for the 1950s. He ends up going on a bunch of other news shows. They all requested he wears elevator operator's uniform. It's like kind of shtick, yes. But regardless, he gets the 15 minutes of fame. People finally start to know, recognize what he is. All this attention from the public actually inspires him to team up with an author and have his memoirs written, and hopefully get them published. Unfortunately, once they were finished, no publisher wanted to publish them because, and I quote, the story's too unbelievable. Luckily, there are several books written about him, both of them are called All Blood Runs Red, one by Henry Harris and one by Phil Keith. From here, he has one last one. The president of France comes to America for a trip. They're making a huge deal out of it. There's a parade when he gets here. They're like, filming him. Everybody's watching him go to Saks Fifth Avenue, go shopping. He's got this speaking engagement at this auditorium with like 5,000 people. And Eugene Bullard shows up and is speaking to them. And the president, when he walks in and the crowd's cheering, he locks eyes with Eugene Bullard and he sees him. The president walks straight up and says, "Are you Eugene Bullard?" To which he says, "Yes, Mr. President, I am." And he goes to shake his hand. The president kind of swats his hand away and pulls Eugene in for a bear hug and says, "All of France knows you're a great dad," as everybody cheers. It's the perfect moment. Like, it's the end of Lord of the Rings. It's perfect. Oh, wow.
It'll keep Brennan in that data forever.
Oh,
I'm gonna find it.
did you tell her about Sapphire?
No, but you did.
I'm gonna tell her.
Oh no. The quickest way from a million points of data to a point of view. Sapphire. Join Planet Fitness and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends January 10th.
Shortly after this, he was unfortunately diagnosed with a very aggressive form of intestinal cancer that would rapidly bring about the end of his life. 3 days after his 66th birthday, he would pass away. The last person to visit him was the author of his memoirs, Louise Hartman. When she got there, he was unconscious in bed, laying down, hooked up to a breathing tube, and she's kind of crying quietly. And he must have heard her because the last words that he ever said was he woke up, pulled out his breathing tube, and said, "Don't fret, honey, it's easy." The dude can't even die without being a complete badass. At his request, he was buried in a simple plot of the Federation of French War Veterans Cemetery in France. His grave is marked by a 1-foot slab of concrete on top of it, bearing his name, his date of birth, and his date of death. Also, at his request, he was buried in his uniform. Not his flight uniform, not the fancy suit that he wore while he was a spy in 9/11, not with a set of boxing gloves, but in his French legionary uniform. Which tells me that at the end of the day, despite living one of the most incredible lives in human history, he didn't want to be remembered as the first black combat pilot, the professional boxer, or the spy in 9/11. He wanted to be remembered as a man who picked up a gun, went off into battle, and fight for what he believed in, just like Bruce. Thank you for watching. Best of this film channel is by Submerged on FatNutrition.com. Whack bang. Good. Now that I'm not fighting back here, so can we talk about something for a minute? Will you look at this man right here? Okay, the dude has done like 12 different chapters of his life, and all of them are infinitely more badass than anything I will ever do. And he has the audacity to look like a professional male model the entire fucking time he does it. This is outrageous. Oh yeah, I gotta go hug my kids or something. I feel like I've accomplished nothing with my life.
Everyone's got imposter syndrome to a certain degree, and the only way to dispel that is to give it a try. Everyone had told me for a long time how much potential I had, and I had a little bit of that fear of failure, where what if I'm not as good or as smart as everybody thinks I am? But once I got in there and started taking classes, I realized that I was in good shape. Since my comeback, start yours today at PurdueGlobal.edu.
vast universe, alive with the unrelenting activity and combined history of its players. Pursuing lives of adventure, warfare, and prosperity, they share this existence in the biggest single shard, free-to-play MMO of all time. Set 21,000 years in the future, Eve takes place in a distant cluster of over 7,000 star systems known as New Eden. It is a rich and diverse universe, featuring densely populated kingdoms of relative safety, governed by 4 great empires. Hostile systems where player alliances make the rules. Even regions of anomalous and unexplored space that hold their own secrets. You play as a Capsuleer, a revered breed of highly trained pilot, having achieved immortality through the use of cloning technology. You navigate the universe encased in an armored capsule deep within your ship, where you have complete neural control and function as one.
John Rambo, the action hero that was an unstoppable, unkillable Green Beret from the Vietnam War that went into battle with nothing more than a big knife. This video is not about him. It's also not about the man that inspired that character. That was Audie Murphy. This video is about the real man. The actual man that was inspired to join the military because of Audie Murphy, that would go on to become a Green Beret and go into combat against 1,000 men with nothing more than a big knife. When I remember Paul Stein, hey yo, Mike, aka that mean Mexican Master Sergeant Roy Benavides. This video is brought to you by Delete Me.
I thought you'd never ask.
I mean, both works, I guess.
Still on the couch?
Yeah. Love you. It's a rough one. Anyways, believe me, super simple, straightforward business. You get that money and they make sure that your personal information is not being sold on the internet by data brokers. And here's the thing with this. When I first started, I didn't want to give my personal information because the whole purpose is I wanted my personal information off the internet, and giving my personal information to a company on the internet just kind of seemed counterproductive. But with Blink, they haven't given that much information. You sign up, you can give them as little information as you want. All they need is like your name and an email address, and that's it. And they will go through the internet and find everything for sale that's associated with that name and that email. They're going to come in and be like, have you ever been associated with this address? Or are you related to this person? Or is this your own email? Or is this your phone number? And anytime you tell them, yes, that's me, they're going to go ahead and get all that information taken down so it's no longer for sale. Honestly, it's alarming how much of your personal information is on the internet and people are apparently making money selling it. Nothing makes you want Delete Me more than having Delete Me and seeing all the shit they find. And once that initial wave of information is taken down, they're going to keep monitoring all of these data brokers. And anytime there is a new listing available with any of your information, they're going to make sure it gets taken down as soon as possible. So if you want to check out all the link in a discount code down below, let's get back to the video. Roy's first memory in life was attending his own father's funeral after he had passed away from tuberculosis when Roy was 3 years old. 1 year later, Roy's mother would remarry, and 9 months after that, she would give birth to Roy's new half-sister. From that point on, Roy was essentially on his own. His parents gave all of their attention to their new daughter, and Roy, his younger brother Amelia, kind of neglected. 2 years later, Roy's mother would develop a cough that would get progressively worse and worse, similar to how Roy's father had. Roy's mother now had tuberculosis. And while she was on her deathbed, her husband, Roy's stepfather, would inform her that he would absolutely not be raising another man's kids. And 6-year-old Roy overhears this. He's terrified. He has no idea what's going to happen to him and his younger brother Aurelio. He's already lost his dad. He's about to lose his mom, and his stepdad doesn't want him. It's the only family he's ever known in his entire life. On the day of the his stepfather tells him and Rogelio to pack their things. They're going to go live somewhere else. They load him in the car, go off to where the funeral's held. And at the funeral, a man comes up and introduces himself as Nicholas Benavides. He is our father's brother, Roy and Rogelio's uncle, and they're going to come live with him. After the funeral, they load up in Uncle Nicholas's car and they head off to El Campo, Texas, Roy and Rogelio's new home. Upon their arrival, it's going to be their new immediate family. They have their uncle Nicholas, their aunt Alexandria, their grandfather Salvador, and their 8 cousins. Roy's informed that it is now going to be 7 boys sharing entire thing work because they don't have a lot of money. All the kids in the family are expected to go to school, get good grades, and then after school, they all have a job that they're expected to go out and do to help contribute to the family. At the age of 7, his first job was to go shine shoes to earn a little bit of extra money. Then, in summers or any other time the opportunity presented itself, they would all go out as a family and work in the fields picking crops. And this goes on for his entire childhood, and his new family is incredible. His aunt, his uncle, his grandfather Salvador, they're the best people on the planet. But they're also being spread across their work and the 9 other kids in the house, so no kid gets a whole lot of attention. So between that, losing both his parents, and being abandoned by his stepfather, he's kind of an angry kid. Understand this. So at a young age, he developed a pretty bad attitude, and he was not afraid to fight about it. One of his favorite things to do when he was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old was to go to the movie theater and watch the newsreels of all the different things that were happening in World War II. And he was inspired by the paratroopers. So that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be in the United States. But the problem with this past time going to the movie theater to watch all the newsreels was that you had to pay to get inside, and Roy didn't have any money. All his shoe shining money went back to the family. So Roy went outside the movie theater for one of the previous showings to leave, and hopefully rich people would throw their pocket change out and let all the poor kids scramble and fight. It didn't take young boy long to figure out that if he just beat up all the other kids, he would get all the money, and then he wouldn't have to run and die for pocket change.
Yeah, you cannot push a button if you disable its name. Play War Thunder now. Players across the globe in massive battles on tanks, aircraft, and helicopters in the most extensive field of combat game ever made. Take control over the battlefield and ground vehicles. Rain down rocket volleys and helicopters. Dogfight your enemies in aircraft and bomb whatever is left into the dust. Play on more than 1,500 authentic military vehicles from early World War II to present.
And that's just the beginning of the fight. It gets so much worse because as World War II progresses and all the young men go off to fight this war, there's a huge lack of manpower all across the United States. And helpfully, one of the things the United States government does is basically opens up the southern border so that people can freely come into the United States and begin working. Because of that, there ends up being this huge misconception, especially in the state border in Mexico, that any person with Hispanic descent wasn't even American, they were just some Mexican that was showing up to work in the fields.
¿Dónde are you from? Scranton. Y before that, Philadelphia.
This is a young boy getting picked on in school. All the kids are calling him a dumb Mexican. They're telling him he's not American. They're calling him a pepper belly. And he's like 8, 9 years old. He has no idea what's going on. So he goes to his grandfather's house. And grandpa explains to him, Roy, that he and his family fought against Mexico to gain their independence, just like any white person's ancestors fought against Great Britain to get their independence. Your mother was not Native American. You are just as much, if not more American than anybody else. The Vietnamese family name is Mexican, but we are Americans. You have multiple cousins fighting for America in the war right now. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you're not American, which is great sentiment. I love it. However, what a young, angry boy hooked them on was they fought. From this point forward, anybody that wants to make fun of Roy has a fight on their hands, and they almost never won because Roy, at the age of 9, 10 years old, has been working in fields and shining shoes after school every day for years. He is way above the average level of toughness for a young man. Roy wasn't even that big of a kid. He was smaller than average, but one of the boys were bigger than him. Either once they were looking up at him from the flat of the back, which is always where they happen to find themselves eventually. Now, it's also important to mention, Roy, while he does have a temper and he's not afraid to fight about it, he does have standards. He was being raised right by his aunt and his uncle and his grandfather. Roy would not hit a girl with a girl grandfather. But what he would do is when they went out to recess, he would kick dirt at her and help her brother or her boyfriend get to stop it, and then he'd beat the shit out of that guy. And this goes on for Roy's entire childhood. He's always getting in fights. He struggles in the classroom academically, but outside of school, he does work super hard to help provide for his family. He still loves going to the movie theater, watching all the newsreels about World War II. He still wants to grow up and be a paratrooper, and he also loves hanging out with his uncle and his grandfather, Salvador. And his grandpa had all these amazing stories that he would share with him, and all these stories had some underlying meaning or some lesson that Roy needed to be taught. And his favorite story was when his grandpa was younger and he was a cowboy, and he was on this trail, and another cowboy had fallen off his horse down onto a cliff facing the stuff. And Grandpa Salvador stopped, took his belt off, and lowered it down to help pull this cowboy up and save his life. And the moral of that story was, when somebody needs help, You help him. And all this keeps going on until he's about 14 years old and he drops out of school. He's not going to go to high school. He's just going to go get a full-time job and help support his family. So that's what he does. He goes out and he starts working at this local tire shop. Uncle Nicholas, realizing the boy is going to be a man soon and that getting in fights like he does is going to have real-world repercussions, figures that he needs to help Roy get over that somehow. So he encourages Roy to start amateur boxing. And Roy is incredible at it. He makes it all the way to the state tournament in his first year of doing it. While there, he ends up losing his very first match, and in the locker room after his fight, the young man that had just beaten comes up and wants to shake his hand now that they have their gloves off, and Roy's anger and temper gets the better of him, and he ends up fighting this kid in the locker room, wrestling him into a stall and shoving his head in. After Roy does that, all the other coaches, all the other fighters, Roy's coach, all look at him like, what the fuck, dude? And they're all disappointed. And it was the first time in Roy's life that he felt ashamed and disappointed in himself. And this is where Roy really starts to get a lid and a grasp on how to control his anger. After that, Roy gives up amateur boxing and he continues working full-time at the tire shop. And that's when his boss, Mr. Haddock, the tire shop owner, also kind of becomes his father figure too. Because he works with him, he's around him so much, he just becomes that older male role model that Roy's always kind of been looking for. And he continues to help Roy mature and get a better grip on his anger and more control of himself. And this goes on for a couple of years. And then one day, when Roy is 17 years old, a recruiter from the Texas National Guard comes in and wants to hang up a flyer at the tire shop for anybody who's interested in joining the Texas National Guard. And on that flyer was none other than Roy's role model, Audie Murphy, the most decorated soldier of World War II. You see, despite the early Korean War, so Audie Murphy, the World War II war hero, had joined the Texas National Guard to help with recruiting, and he was also going to train the next generation of soldiers. And at this point, Audie Murphy's the shit. He's got an award-winning book. He's an actor. He's acting. He's playing the role on himself. He's being told by directors, hey, I know you were just portraying the shit you did, but you need to hand it down to him because it's so unrealistic, nobody's going to believe the story. This is a Texan rejected by the Marine Corps for being too small, and we're going to be the most decorated soldier of World War II, earning the Medal of Honor for going toe-to-toe with an entire German SS battalion by himself from the back of a flaming tank destroyer with a 50 caliber machine. So Roy Benavidez figures that the Texas National Guard is good enough for Audie Murphy, then that's exactly where he wants to be. So he goes, he joins the Texas National Guard, ships off, goes to basic training, ends up coming back, he's doing his weekends, he's doing his training in the summer. That goes on for a couple of years while he's still working at the tire shop.